Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, poverty has saved us once again.
Also, Fox is bringing sexy back.
All that and more on the way next. Thanks for checking out the RadioU Podcast with Hudson and Allie. By the time anybody's hearing this, Allie, for you and I, the first day of the fall fundraiser is behind us.
I know. We've wrapped up our time on the radio, but, by the time you're listening to it, it might still be going on. Our Nene might be talking about it. Sparkle might be talking about it. But,
we just passed the torch.
We have. But it's just, it's a fun day, and it was a great first day, a kickoff to the fall fundraiser, and we're very excited about what is ahead with this fundraiser.
Yeah, we've had many people already that we've gotten the chance to thank that have gotten donations during the morning in the first day of the fall fundraiser, and we look forward to getting to thank every single person who gives a donation to RadioU, because it all makes this podcast and, of course, everything else we do at RadioU possible. And the mission of RadioU is to spread the love of Jesus to people who wouldn't hear it otherwise. So when you give your giving towards that, I think it's pretty powerful.
Absolutely. And one thing that I always go to look at to see the power of what happens here at RadioU is heading over to radiou.com/impact. You can see a bunch of stories that people have just given us over the years of how RadioU has changed their life. And this one's from Jen. She says, "You have no idea the impact the music you play has. RadioU songs talk about darkness and struggling, but God's presence in those things and power over those things. Just to hear others admit to struggling, if they can bring their mess before God, maybe I can too. This music means more than you think. And not just the music, but the things you say have helped me. Just a few days ago, I caught a story about how God still wants to guide you in your life, even after you've messed things up. I've seen unsaved Uber drivers react to spiritual things RadioU DJs have said. RadioU is a lifeline. Thank you." That's Jen, who listens in Cleveland, Ohio. And so when people give, I don't think sometimes that reality hits of how their giving make sure stories like Jen's can happen and so many others, because the impact, it's like a little ripple effect where it just continues to move further and further out. And so when you give, you're impacting so many people. Yeah.
And I totally get the first time you're hearing somebody, or even after you've heard us maybe time and time again say, "Hey, we need some money." You're like, well, I give money to Netflix and I give money to these other subscriptions that I have. And that's cool to keep it around. But with RadioU, I don't have to do that, right? Because you guys, you're here anyways, whether I give or not. And that is true. But if everybody just decided not to give, all of a sudden RadioU wouldn't be around. And when you give to Netflix or when you subscribe to whatever your streaming service is, you're doing that for you.
Yeah.
You're subscribing to Disney Plus, which we mentioned in the show, or Netflix or whatever it is, because you want it.
Right.
People who give to RadioU are doing it because they love it, but because they want to have other people experience it as well. They want that hope to be able to go out into the world. And so that is the difference to me between RadioU and any other streaming service, any other thing you can give money to where you get something. RadioU, we're trying to not just give something to you, but give something to everybody.
Yeah, we're trying to change the world through our music, through our message, and uplift people every single day with the laughter and what we talk about. We've got some really funny stories in this podcast ahead that we hope will brighten your day. And we hope that happens every time you listen to the podcast. There's something you can pull from it that you're like, wow, my day's a little bit better because I got to listen to the RadioU podcast. So if it's impacted your life and you want to make sure that continues, consider giving.
Give to the fall fundraiser. RadioU.com or the RadioU app is how you can do it. We especially appreciate monthly gifts, and we're looking forward to thanking you here on the podcast even.
Yeah.
It's the RadioU Podcast. Last night, more excitement in baseball. We are witnessing possibly the greatest collapse of all time, ? Allie, the Guardians, you watched it, I'm sure, defeated the Detroit Tigers. And that means the Guardians have moved into first place, sole possession, they have first place in the AL Central.
Yeah, technically, if you look at the records between Detroit and Cleveland, they are tied. They're both 85 and 72. But with the win last night, Cleveland got the tiebreaker over Detroit for the season series. So they have that sole possession of the American League Central. If you would have told me this back in July, I would have said, you're crazy, but also I could see it happening because Cleveland has been a streaky team all year. And suddenly, especially in the month of September, which started the month of September, there are 9.5 games back. It's at the start of this month. And now they have the lead. They have the title of the AL Central. So, but if you would have told me this again, I would have been like, what? Because it was 15.5 games back in July. That is the largest comeback. If Cleveland can hold on to the lead, that'll be the largest comeback ever in Major League Baseball history.
Yeah. Which would also make it one of the biggest collapses of all time. Now, the good news for the Tigers is I think it's twofold. One, I really feel like the pressure shifts now.
Okay.
Now that you're the Tigers and it's over in a sense that like they've caught you. The Guardians have overtaken you. The collapse has happened. But now the pressure is on the Guardians. Like now they have to hold on
100%
to that spot. And they both are in a fortuitous position because they still have a lead on the Astros, who are the last team that's not been eliminated from the playoffs. They can still catch them.
Yeah.
The Astros are a game out of that final wild card spot that they're, whoever doesn't win the division would need that last wild card. So the Astros lost to the A's last night. Maybe they both the Tigers and the Guardians wind up making it in somehow. Although especially if you're the Tigers going into the playoffs like this as a wild card, you probably can't be feeling super confident. No. And you might have to play the Guardians again. I was going
to say, like, if this stands, it would be Detroit coming to Cleveland for a 3-game series for the wild card. And so I would imagine with, because we've seen in the past 2 series, yesterday was a Tarek Skubal day. We got a Tarek Skubal day in the series that happened last week where Cleveland ended up sweeping Detroit to cut it to 3.5 games for Detroit's lead on the American League Central over Cleveland. And they had Tarek Skubal going then, and Cleveland was able to beat them both times. So you threw your ace. You threw your best at Cleveland.
You're supposed to be able to count on him.
Right.
And it's not like he hasn't pitched horribly.
No,
he's been fine.
He's pitched well.
But they don't score.
Yeah, he's pitched well, but they did score 2 runs. You would think that would be enough for a Tarek Skubal day, but Tarek Skubal ended up beating himself a little bit last night with some pretty head-scratching errors. And Cleveland took advantage. They had a great crowd that really was working against Detroit and Tarek Skubal, and so I'm thinking you're going to see an even more manic crowd. It felt like playoff baseball last night.
I mean, it basically is, even though, again, there's a real shot that both of these teams still make it in no matter kind of what happens. But then again, the Tigers have lost 7 in a row.
Yeah.
So if you just keep on that trajectory, the Astros only need to win once or twice.
I was going to say, there's a chance Detroit might not make it. I mean, there's still a chance Cleveland might not make it. And so it's all up in the air right now.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out how somehow we're going to get Yankees Guardians in the playoffs once again. The Yankees are going to beat the Guardians in the playoffs.
No.
Unless the Red Sox can take out the Yankees for you.
That'd be great.
The fall fundraiser kicking off in 30 minutes. We are counting down to getting Radio U completely fully funded. The journey begins. Well, actually, it could begin right now for you if you get a donation in. You can do that at RadioU.com or the Radio U app. You don't have to wait until we officially kick things off in 30 minutes. One of the fun things about the fundraiser is that people provide a bunch of food since we're kind of doing, I don't even know about extra work, but we're just working extra hard.
Yes.
We're actually working. And so some fine folks have brought in a bunch of, it seems like somebody went to Costco and brought in a whole batch of snacks.
Yes.
For the station, for all the employees and everything. And so I want to know, Allie, what you think, which snack will be gone first?
I feel like looking at what was in the break room, one of my guesses will be the fruit snacks.
The Welch's fruit snacks. Those
are just an easy, grab one and go. And so I feel like that's an easy thing to go first, but it depends.
And it's fruit related, so it feels like it's healthier.
Feels like it's a little better than some of the other options, maybe.
The thing that intrigues me most is that there is a plethora of trail mix.
Oh.
It's mostly like peanuts and M&Ms, and then I think there's some like raisins and cranberries or something. there's a big bag of that. And so I don't think that that'll be the first thing gone, but I am kind of excited about it. But my thing that I think will be gone first is the Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even see those. Those are definitely going to be gone because Nene is going to eat like 10 of them or something.
And so there's also like Pop-Tarts and there's granola bars and there's literally a basket of like chocolate bars in there of like Reese's and Whoppers and whatever.
Oh, man. I need to go look at those snacks. I didn't even see some of this stuff.
There's some other stuff too. There's Pringles. But the Rice Krispie treats, especially versus like Pop-Tarts, the Rice Krispie treats are like the fun thing in there, the funnest thing, I think. But also you eat one and it feels like you ate nothing.
Yep.
And so you can easily eat, like it's a Costco box, but you could eat half a box and your stomach wouldn't feel any different.
Don't give these ideas to Nene. He will take you seriously on this.
The real thing is what does Nene like the best? Because he will eat exponentially more than anybody else.
100%. We talk about this all the time, mainly off the air, where we're like, how quickly will a snack be gone?
Mm-hmm.
Like one day it'll be full. The box brand new will come back and suddenly it's all gone or almost completely gone. And we're like, Nene.
And we always know it's him. It's not necessarily a knock on Nene because the rest, like I think the rest of us have, this does make it sound like a knock, but the rest of us have enough self-control that many of these things would go bad if Nene wasn't here.
Right.
If Nene took a month off of Radio U, we would have snacks that probably go bad because we don't eat them fast enough.
Yep.
And so we kind of need him to do this.
Yeah, we definitely need him. Also, a sneaky another answer for me. That's another sneaky answer. I was going to keep it as a surprise until later. But my magician baker cousin, who she's just a magician in the kitchen. Let's be real. That's
a good line.
When it comes to baking, she's so good at it. She made us Buckeyes again. Those might be the first to go.
Though it depends how many she made.
She did make a lot, but they're so good.
Those are I feel the opposite of like you want to eat more, but it's the opposite of the Rice Krispie treat of like because it's so sweet, it like. You do eat like two and you're like, I don't know if I can do more
but
right away.
But it's also so small.
But you do. But the Rice Krispie treat, you could eat 6 at a time and then not eat any the rest of the day. But the Buckeyes, you'll keep coming back.
Yes.
You'll go back
it's the
4 times a day.
Yeah, it's the repeat visits.
That could be it. I don't know. We're going to be eating good this week. How about some good news, Allie?
Okay. Yeah, I'd love some good news.
You know how, like, I feel like everybody's heard this, right? 50% of marriages end in divorce.
Yeah, that's been the long-held statistic and belief, I think.
Yeah, it's completely wrong.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the good news is it's much lower than that.
That is good news.
I guess I could have set this up and be like, you won't believe what the marriage divorce rate is. But it's actually much lower.
This is the first day of the fundraiser. We need to be positive, so this is great.
Well, it's a classic statistic that, quite frankly, based off of what I'm reading here, I don't know if it was ever completely accurate that 50%, because that does sound crazy, doesn't it?
That does seem like really high.
Like everybody, you think about all the people you know, have 50% of them been divorced?
I was going to say, I have a huge family, big family, and a lot of them married, and very few have gone through divorce. Like a few of them, but very few.
According to the National Center for Family and Marriage Research, the U.S. divorce rate peaked in 1980.
Wow.
It's been going down longer than we've been alive.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, or at least it's been lower than that. They say in 1980, it looks like 22, this has to be some kind of percent. 22 out of 1,000 married women would get divorced.
Okay.
Now it's down to 14.6.
Wow.
So
that's an interesting way to like put the stat out.
Yeah. But I feel like that shows you how low it is.
Yeah.
And even though divorce feels like very commonplace, it definitely feels like it makes more sense that it's much closer to like 22% or 10 or 15% than 50%.
Yeah.
So it's good to see. Now, part of that is because less people are getting married now. And if you are getting married, you're waiting longer, perhaps. And so maybe you're a bit more sure. There's been more thought put into it, or, like where it just feels like more of like the right choice.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of times in the past, there was a lot of pressure to get married. Like, you got to get married and you need to do it. And then so you're, especially maybe for women where it's just like you find a guy that you like And then it's just like, all right, this is what I'm supposed to do. And then you get married and you realize that it wasn't all it's cracked up to be.
And another thing they point out is a lot of marriages just aren't happening. A lot of people getting together, moving in together, never getting married. You know, like in the traditional sense.
And then if they break up, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. And so, because they point out here, like in 2024, 47.1% of U.S. households were headed by married couples. So that's less than half compared to 78.8% in 1949.
Yeah.
So that number has drastically gone down. So yeah, there's maybe just also less couples that are, you know, having divorces because there's less married couples.
Which, I mean, if you're going to get divorced anyways, I guess it's good to not get married first place.
Don't go through that, I guess.
They say the average age of marriage now is 32 years old.
Wow.
Which isn't surprising, but like it does seem like that's absolutely not the way it used to be.
Definitely. But that does feel accurate for our times. Like, I feel like the more and more people I talk to that are getting married or, you know, like in that point in their life, they are getting either close to their 30s, maybe already in their 30s. So, yeah.
And I think that is probably bumped up a little bit by, like, if you've been married once and you get divorced, like a lot of people get remarried. And so that would still bump up the average age if you're having a second or third marriage at 38 or 42 or whatever it is. So, but I guess good news, people aren't getting divorced.
Yeah.
Because it is very sad.
That is sad. But I'm glad that number is a lot lower than what we thought.
Yeah. So next time you hear somebody say 50% of marriages end in divorce, you can say, nuh-uh. I heard it on RadioU Mornings. Disney has announced that they are raising prices.
Oh, boy.
What timing, not only with the fundraiser going on, how Disney just keeps asking you for more and more money, and RadioU drops the price of getting a fundraiser tee compared to last fundraiser. I love the contrast, but also Disney raising prices right in the middle of a time where so many people were trying to cancel their subscriptions, very upset about the Jimmy Kimmel situation, and Disney's like, how can we smooth this over? How about we ask for more money?
They had so many people going to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions that their page to cancel to stop your subscription crashed on Disney Plus's website. So that just shows you how many people were trying to get off, because Disney, one of the biggest companies in the world, they should have, you know, the bandwidth to handle a large majority of people on their website, and they couldn't even handle how many people wanted to cancel. And so, this is just bad timing. I'm sure they already had this planned.
Yeah,
but they should have kicked it down the can.
Yeah, could you not just wait a few days, let your bad PR blow over? They are raising the price of the Disney Hulu bundle with ads by $2, so that will now be $13 a month. The Disney Premium plan, which has no ads, is going up by $3 to $19 per month.
Oh, my goodness.
And they don't even give you a shirt. Disney Plus on its own with ads is going up by $2 to $12 a month. So honestly, why would you not get the Hulu bundle? Although basically everything on Hulu is now on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And then the Hulu and Live TV with ads bundle is going up by $7. That's going to cost you $90 a month to have live TV through Hulu.
The live TV stuff has gotten really, really out of hand because I feel like any version that you want to get now is just, it's astronomical price. But this is a bad move by Disney, a bad business move. I don't think they made the right choice here, and I think this is going to cost them even more subscriptions.
Yeah, and I just feel like, honestly, I feel like I'm representative of a lot of people where there's a lot of like content debates that go on in the world.
Yeah.
And I usually like kind of see both sides of it and don't really I don't cancel or make subscriptions based off of that.
Yeah.
But when you're coming after my money, that's when I start to get upset. And when Disney, what extra are you giving me to charge me more?
Right.
With like a lot of the movies that have been put out, like I'm going to be honest, they have been bad.
Yeah.
I can put up with a few bad movies, but if you're going to charge me more for the bad movies, now I'm really starting to get upset.
I know. It's starting to get people angry and just like, why would I stay subscribed to this when, you know, there's no value added? It's not worth the investment.
And and then you're going to tell me I can't share passwords either.
Right.
Like, nobody wants my password to Disney Plus anymore.
Nobody's even been asking for it, Disney.
Yeah. It's the fall fundraiser. A much better use of your money, if I do say so myself. It's giving to Radio U. Go to RadioU.com or open up the Radio U app to make your donation. Some big changes coming to Facebook dating. Did you know Facebook dating was a thing?
I think I had seen that before because I feel like Facebook pushes that to anyone they know are single. So they're just like, here, try Facebook dating. I'm like, get away from me, Facebook.
That sounds, I would be suspicious. And I almost feel more suspicious now that I know that Facebook is adding 2 new features called Dating Assistant and Meet Cute, which uses their own algorithm to match people with Facebook's surprise recommendations.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that at all.
So, in other words, you could be somebody's surprise recommendation.
I'm not signed up for Facebook dating, so I better not be. But from what I've heard from people that are on Facebook dating, specifically in this article, they just talk about how bad it is. Like, as there's lots of bots and just weird stuff that happens. So I feel like you can't really trust the whole AI aspect of this, where, they're going to be sending you these recommendations.
It does seem counterintuitive or not necessarily productive to use AI to try to combat bots.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help at all. I think it's just going to make the situation worse.
Yeah. So I don't know. Facebook dating, to me, I remember hearing about it, but I totally forgot that it existed.
Yeah.
But it definitely sounds like the kind of dating platform that like your your older aunt or somebody would be on, just because they're the ones that I feel like use Facebook the most, and so they'd be the most likely to see this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as a person that doesn't, like, most younger people don't use Facebook. And so then are they going to be like, well, I wasn't going to use Facebook, but it's got this dating and there's no other dating apps I could use, right? And so let me sign up for Facebook dating.
Totally a lack of dating apps right now. Yeah, no, I doubt many young people are probably using this. And I think that's summarized pretty well in this comment from this Facebook article. And it says, if you're on Facebook dating, all hope is lost.
Yeah. You've exhausted all other options.
Yeah, you're at the end of your rope.
Your rock bottom.
Yeah.
Is the day you find yourself on Facebook dating.
Man, I feel bad if someone's listening right now and it's on Facebook
I
dating.
know. They're probably like, actually, I love it. I found so many dates.
I mean, if you did, that's great for you. Congrats. But I think there might be some greener pastures out there.
I don't know. I mean, we don't love dating apps generally.
No, we don't.
But
greener pastures, I mean the real world.
Yeah. Coming to a TV near you in 2026 is Baywatch.
What am I doing right now?
You're doing a slow motion run.
I am. I am, but I'm not on a beach. I'm in the studio.
And you're fully clothed.
Thank goodness. That would be very unprofessional if I was in a red swimsuit.
It would, but
at work.
Baywatch, I forgot about this. Baywatch in 1989 premiered on TV with David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson.
Yep.
And kind of, at least, those are big names, but it made them big names as well. It was the most watched show in the world at one point.
Really?
That's what it says here. It went for 11 seasons. Then there was a spinoff called Baywatch Nights. I have no idea what that means.
I've never heard of that.
And then, like I said, I forgot about this, but in 2017, there was a Baywatch movie, a reboot starring Zac Efron and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
How in the world did they make a movie out of Baywatch?
I don't know.
How? And how did it go for 11 seasons? Please tell me what I'm missing, because I never have understood Baywatch.
I'll tell you. You put sexy people on the beach in swimsuits on TV, and somebody's going to watch it.
Yes, I know that's the actual answer, but to me, I'm like, there's no substance. I don't get it.
Have you ever watched it?
I have. I tried.
You did?
I tried to watch it, and I was like, this is dumb. Why was anyone watching this? And again, it's because they looked good.
Yeah.
That was the only point of the show.
Hey, at least they have some idea of something that people want to watch. You know what I mean? Some other shows, it's like, did you really think anybody would, like, what was your selling point for this show? At least Baywatch, it's like sexy people in bathing suits.
They knew their audience. They knew.
This is going to be coming to Fox in 2026. There's no casting that's been announced yet. We don't know who the sexy people will be, but we do know that the creator of Burn Notice will be stepping in as the showrunner. Have you ever watched Burn Notice?
I did watch Burn Notice.
Yeah, I kind of liked Burn Notice.
I liked Burn Notice, and so that's a little odd that they would pluck him for this show, for Baywatch.
Maybe this will actually be good.
Are they going to try and make Baywatch actually interesting?
I don't know. At the same time, yeah, when you're maybe the creator of Burn Notice, Matt Nix, is just like, this should be easy. Like, I don't really have to put in my hardest work. Yeah, I'll just sexy people, bikinis. Yep. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And it was one pieces, not bikinis.
Yeah. Well, it's a different time now.
Do you think they'll put them in bikinis?
Do you think they won't?
I mean, they're lifeguards.
Hey, who do you think they're going to be rescuing? People in bikinis.
Oh, that's okay. Sure. Yeah.
Well, mark your calendar. 2026 is when Fox is bringing Baywatch back to a whole new audience.
They're bringing sexy back.
Yeah, they are. And so I think Radio U is too.
What?
I think we are.
Oh, no. I don't like that where that's going.
RadioU.com or the Radio U app. Help us bring sexy back with your donation. I don't even know what this means. The best video I saw today is a woman getting stuck in a water slide on a cruise, and that's been posted on TikTok, and it is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is a wild video to watch.
Because it is, unfortunately for her, it's a water slide where part of it is, It's
got a droop in the middle.
It's got a droop, yeah, where you go up a hill, an incline in a water slide, which kind of the physics of that don't always add up to me in the first place. But then she was unfortunate enough to get stuck where you can see into the water slide.
Yeah, it's see-through.
But you can't get out easily.
Yeah, it's see-through for some reason.
And so there's somebody filming her just feebly trying to go either direction, but it's the bottom of a curve.
Yeah.
And so either way to get out after she gets stuck, she has to climb upwards in a water slide where it's slippery.
Right. This is just who made this slide?
Yeah.
Well, who was the engineer that came up with this design? Because it was poorly designed, because you should never have a slide with a droop in the middle where you come down a hill into this little valley and then you have to go up.
And you're thinking
it doesn't make sense.
Maybe this is just a one-off where this woman just something went wrong. It's just a slight mistake. There's other videos of other people getting stuck.
Yes.
They zoom. There's this one video of a guy, he zooms by, goes up the hill, and then you see him zoom back down in reverse.
He still doesn't make it. So it's I know that their argument is, you're supposed to have enough momentum to make it up the hill, but clearly not everyone does get enough momentum to make it up the hill. So why did you put a hill in your water slide?
Yeah, why do you have a water slide that doesn't work for everybody?
Yeah, why are you still letting people get on this slide?
So did we ever get a video of anybody escaping, or
I don't know.
She's still trapped in there now.
It doesn't show what happens with the lady, and we have no idea how she got out. But the guy, you see him crawl off, and so I think he was able to get out. But the lady, she's trying to crawl, she's trying to do something, and she can't really. She's not making much progress. I do love this comment on this TikTok though. It goes, because this was on a cruise. And this person says, "Poverty has saved me once again."
That's right. You won't catch us being stuck in a water slide on a cruise. But if it does happen, I know what to do. Obviously, what they need to do is just send a bunch of kids, just keep sending other people down until they stuff the person all the way up to the top.
No, I would be worried about getting hit. That's what I'd be worried about.
Yeah, they got to hit you to propel you out. That's the only way.
I don't think that's going to work. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.